Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do we need? Shadow read for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Virgo, August 2023. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal, for short, they're my initials. I'm not bad, it's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service at the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a professional witch. It's in chakra chapters. There's a Kindle version available, and with the link in the description box, you can preview that for free. And check out the table of contents. See what graces are in which chakras. Which chakras? The original version, though, the Fellini Visual Film Fest of a PDF. The original version is over on Patreon. We now have a store over there. You can buy it. Or, as one of my subscribers, you could have access to that as one of your benefits on my beloved patreon.com/drawingthecircle. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. They keep improving the platform, and I'm digging it big time. All of my subscribers, regardless of subscription, get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link that I send them, so they chat with me, literally chatting with me about the astrological weather of the day, the spiritual implications, the magical applications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way. Best way for me to start the day, considering what I do for a living. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all soul contract based. They're all juggernauts, and there are a lot of them, so they get all of those, as well as they get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about that at the end of the reading. It's too much to go into right now, but I love it. And we have 7-day free trials now for Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels. If you want to check us out for a couple of days, you're more than welcome to. But buyer beware, everyone who has tried a 7-day trial has stayed a subscriber, because we're really doing some cool stuff over there. We're doing workshops, right, for different levels of subscribers there. It's just really, really cool. I love it. So if you feel so drawn, if you feel so called, come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal, and I am Mars conjunct Leo rising, if that's not immediately apparent, and ready to rock and roll. So let's do some explanation for the new Leos and crosswatchers, and then we'll get into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you like, but we are going to talk about some rather tricky astrology over this 2-week period from full to new in August 2023. So let's get into it. If you are new, welcome. An 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about absolutely anything in a divinatory art kind of way, but we are fine-tuning it for a 2-week period, a waning moon from full to new in August 2023, and a rather tricky one. And so let's talk about that really quickly. I am a Virgo. I have it written down. Of course I do, on a clipboard. We are looking at the full moon in Aquarius, your opposite sign, by the way, on Tuesday, August 1st. 2:32 p.m. Eastern Time. August 1st is what's called Lammas, or Lughnasadh, in the pagan wheel of the year, midsummer, in between summer solstice and autumnal equinox. So that's a banner day, a full moon on a high holy day. That's pretty good for us witches and pagans, I'm going to say. 2 weeks later, you release, you let go, you transform, you do the waning moon, which will bring us to an interesting new moon on August 16th, Wednesday, August 16th, 5:38 a.m. Eastern. It goes void, of course, the same moment it goes to new moon. Now, that's too early in the morning for me to be doing anything anyway, but magic is not best done when the moon is void. Of course, it's a long story, but if you can wait till 7:14 p.m. on that Wednesday, it will go into Virgo. And in between those 2 dates, let's do the easy one first. The official astrological moment of Lughnasadh, Lammas, Loaf Mass, it's called different things in different traditions, is when the sun is at 15 degrees Leo. So Leo's a big one for us, and that happens not on August 1st, but on August 7th. That is the official astrological cross quarter. That's when I do my own personal stuff. I do the public stuff on the given day, usually the 1st or 2nd of August. But the big one that everybody needs to be aware of, Chiron, the wounded healer, an asteroid. Check your chart, see where it is, because it's retrograde in Aries, the child of the zodiac, the first sign of the zodiac. First house dynamic, ego, personality, and self. So a lot of childhood wounds are coming to the surface for us to look at again and heal. Hence, a shadow read might be helpful. And by the way, this started in July and it doesn't end until December 23rd. Happy holidays. But it could be a very happy holiday if we would do the work, the releasing, the healing, and all of that. So that's what we're looking at here. It is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. 5 out of 8 cards is pretty good. And that's why I do check my other signs. I write down my 8 card draws and the 5 card draws that I do for the beautiful, beautiful plant a seed, watch it grow, waxing, and then the 8 card shadow waning, and they're working for me. Look at me, hey man, it's working. Or at least I'm making it look like it does. It looks like it to me. So I guess that's enough explanation. Let's get down to divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the very best that I can to help anybody do their shadow work. Shifting to a more golden timeline, the alchemy of lead and gold, right? Lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. It's heavier, so to lighten that up by releasing those 3 atoms, they can't be created or destroyed, only changed, only released, transformed, alchemized is the phrase, the word that I prefer, and we'll talk about that as we go, particularly as we get into the chakras. So, I guess that's about it. Oh, cross-watchers. Here's the opportunity to help the Leo you are cross-watching for. Remove the obstacles in their life, if you will. Do their alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to beast, toxic to healthy. Plenty of opportunities here for you to do that. And also getting some sympathy and empathy, some insight and understanding what they might be going through over what is for everyone, I'm sure, a tricky 2-week period. So, let's get up in this gig. The shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So let's go there, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards for card number 1. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us, Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What is the archetype hovering over the heads of us Leos and our crosswatchers in the 8th chakra, determining the shadow work, the soul power, being alchemized from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, shifting all of the energy fields of the chakras underneath them, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so we have the choice to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in our own spiritual journey, our healing, and all of that, the alchemy of it all. So what do you got for us, pantheons of the divine, for this full to new 2023? Come here. The bully archetype. It's in the title, obviously. The bully archetype is a member of the action family archetype, and certainly has quite a history on the planet. I mean, you want to go back to David and Goliath. Not the series from the 70s. No. Gee, Davey. No, David and Goliath, right? Whack him in the head with a rock. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. This is Caroline Myss, MYSS. She's a PhD, but she's not a bully, though. Author of Sacred Contracts and Anatomy of the Spirit, which is the 8 chakra system I learned from her. So I call it the lead and the gold. The bully has its lead concealing deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. So anybody who's bullying is terrified. It's just how it works. That's the lead. However, the gold, highlighting your tendency to intimidate others. Like, people say, oh, you're so intimidating. I'm like, I'm a freaking goofball. Are you kidding me? mostly harmless, Douglas Adams, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you, which is really probably more the case with a shadow read here, because we all have thoughts that bully us. We pick them up from our families, from society. Some of them are passed down ancestrally, biochemically, in the nervous system. Just they're the patterns of what we deal with, but it's not who we are. We are the immortal soul that came in to play these roles and alchemize this stuff, therefore developing this particular soul power. Now, the opposite of bully is coward. So get that there's the thing. When you're afraid, fear is not a sin. It's part of the human experience. It's just not part of the divine experience. So to go from ego to higher self, lead to gold, that's what's on the table. So, all right. I mean, I get them too. They happen. But I've just been through a lot. So I know I've survived everything so far. So might as well give it a shot. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down with a Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The feminine energy, inside world, heart, third eye, crown, spiritual, mental, willpower, throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew, and emotional power, because throat chakra minimum, you have free will to do the shadow work or not, to forgive, to let go, to surrender or not. But, how many times do you want to keep reincarnating? Apparently there are other places to go. Let's ask the goddess what's going on. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the South, please, beloved goddesses of fixed fire, 1 card in clarity for us Leo Collective. Scatter them across the table. Us Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace? What do we need to be aware of to do the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, with the bully in the 8th, this full to new? Ooh, 4 cups. So there is some emotional content backing this up. Now, of course, in a general read, 4 of Cups can be a range of emotion, but certainly we're talking heart chakra here, element of water in the heart. The 4 of Cups here, the key word written on it is sorrow, and that may be the case, right? Because usually under fear is regret, right? And sorrow and spilled cups. 1 cup standing, 3 cups spilled, but at a shoreline, this woman is crying, so there is a process of emotional release. 4s are usually very stable, so this could be a form of emotional healing, a form of emotional release, certainly for a shadow read, but a lot of it could be triggered by these fears that intimidate us, right? So to look at that, sometimes it's after the good cry that it clears the third eye, which also rhymes, apparently. And then we see things clearer. Could be that. Could be that. Remember, nobody needs to know you're doing this, unless they do. And that's what we're going to look at. The masculine energy, looking at ourselves from the outside in, right? Seeing how we're doing, like looking in a mirror, checking it out. Or us from the inside, I should say, or us from the inside, looking at other people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world. Let's ask the gods. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. Oh, that feels good. Got lost there for a second. Whew, as I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the South, beloved gods of fixed fire, please, 1 card in clarity for us Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power? What do we need to know to alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, bully in the 8th? 4 of Cups on the inner, on the outer here, this full to new. 7 of Cups, so a very emotional read. Cloudy. right? Seven of Cups, all those things that we yearn for, that we burn for, and yet we have maybe some emotional attachments to. Seven of Cups, you got to pick one of those cups, right? Well, I want that, but that, and it can rip us apart. And certainly the fear of making the wrong choice is a thought that can bully us. And please, look what I do for a living. I make my schedule and remake my schedule several times in one day. So this could be a very mysterious, tricky thing. Things may not be so clear on the outside, and certainly the heart chakra might be telling you something here, to give yourself the love and say it's okay to be afraid, to not know what to do. When have we ever gotten a gold star for not knowing the answer, right? For not knowing the right choice to make. That's just how the game is played. We don't get to choose the options. We get to choose the options that are written in to this world, right? It's not where we come from. And I'm not necessarily talking the extraterrestrial star seedy stuff, but that too, I guess, right? But we incarnate to play this game called humanity so that we remember our divinity led to gold, right? All right, very emotional. Let's move on to card number 4, The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angelo Hartfield. Lord Ganesh, the elephant-headed Hindu god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, as in those 3 atoms in between lead and gold. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ganesh override. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle message to help us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video drawn to this reading? Alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, our toxic to healthy, our fear to love, our illusion to truth, with the bully in the 8th, 4 cups on the inner, 7 cups on the outer, this full to new Splendor. I pulled this last night for myself. Yay! You saw how long it took to shuffle. Splendor, like splendor in the grass. I'm just splendid in the grass. Splendor, here's Ganesh in a garden with a butterfly. I mean, this is what I do in the summer when I'm not doing this. I sit outside in my DECK, my deck garden. It's a garden with pots. It doesn't make it a pot garden, but whatever. Just saying, clarity is a thing. So yeah, this is maybe take some time, smell the roses, and watch the flutterbys, butterfly, and the butterflies flutter by. Seek and honor the beauty and splendor that is within and around you. See, sometimes when we have that emotional release, like again, crying clears the eyes physically, but can also remove some stress from around the third eye, all of them their thoughts, right? So Ganesha is surrounded by beauty in this card and is calling it to your attention. Awaken to what you are surrounding yourself with at this moment. See deeply and be aware of the impact of your surroundings on what you create in your life. For example, I live in a lovely little condo village here on Long Island, and it is quiet, except when, you know, the garbage truck comes right in front of my house. I can cope, right? But that's why, to go out for a walk, right? To kind of see how is that affecting my creativity, even to do just this work, right? Ganesha urges you to let beauty penetrate into your heart. You will naturally respond to this beauty by fostering more care and love, not only in your life, but also in the lives of those around you. If your critical voice has been overactive lately, or you find that you have been dwelling on negative behaviors, yours or somebody else's, I would think, take a moment to realign yourself. You arrived in this world as a unique and magnificent individual. Best thing to say to a Leo. The core of your being is whole, W-H-O-L-E, beautiful and filled with love. That is the truth of who we are. The essence of the higher self wants nothing more or less than for you to be who you were created to be, right? They sent us down into this to learn certain lessons so that we would leave this life better than how we started. Spiritually, integrating it all. Ganesha is standing in a meadow surrounded by flowers. The flowers symbolize perfection and beauty. The variety of color streams healing, loving energy in your direction. The butterflies symbolize the change and evolution that is your soul that your soul is undertaking. Remember to have an awareness of your surroundings, see the splendor that is being shown to you, and utilize this energy to support your own transformations. And I highly recommend the book The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield, particularly chapters 3, 4, and 5. Just saying. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Seeing them, their energy fields, clairvoyance for fun, healing, and profit. So, look, this does feel like you're pulling back a little bit, right? Nobody needs to know what you're going through unless you care to share and tell them. Particularly, who wants to cop to publicly that I'm bullying the crap out of myself on something, and it's really emotional when you could, go to an arboretum, go to a nursery. Is there this time of year, just the nurseries are so chock full. I mean, the plant nurseries, people, with just beautiful foliage everywhere. I am a Virgo, so I'm very much the earth sign and creative that way, and it does support what I do. So maybe go lay down and get some of that splendor in the grass. Look it up. It's a book and a movie, shall we? Let's move on to the next three, which we're doing animal with the animal Divine Animals Oracle. We're doing vegetable with the Magical Herb Oracle, and we are doing mineral with the Crystal Oracle. And then we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra to bring it all together and give you a little something to work in the mind there to heal and do the alchemy. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Totemic override. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading, who walks with us, who swims with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, offering us the guidance, the grace, the loving, wisdom, powerful oracle message to help us alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love, the illusion to truth, bully in the eighth, sorrow in the inner, 7 cups on the outer with splendor, this full to new, the dog, companionship, Earth. Woof. All right, so maybe you aren't doing this solo, that there is a companionship vibe here. Now, companionship can absolutely speak of romantic context or relationship, but not necessarily so. I've had many companions along the way, friends and family members, and yes, lovers. It's a different kind of vibe, for sure, the companion archetype unto itself. So wait, what number is this? Oh, it's a 41. It looks like an 11. White print on a light background is not helpful, designers. Designers, make it work. Where are we? Companionship. The dog. Be a firm and ethical friend. Seek loyalty and honesty in your relationships. Our friendships should be supportive and not competitive. Oh, there could be an intimidatory, I think that's a word, an intimidatory energy there. There's a difference between solitude and loneliness. Something hidden will be illuminated. We all have aspects of ourselves that we do not appreciate or like. Bully, bully, bully. Learning to change these things. Learn to change these things if they do not benefit or lovingly accept them. And I think lovingly accept them is part of the shadow work. It's like, okay, no one's born a bully. You may have the archetype of reason, season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with somebody who has the bully archetype of reason, a season, or a lifetime. By the way, it's still your lesson. So sure, I mean, absolutely, the companions that you can have safe context with, maybe for a confession, maybe for a heart-to-heart, or maybe just to, like, get off the beaten path and onto the garden path. Maybe not the primrose path, you do you. The magic. Dog magic is loving and warm and protective. If you are feeling lonely or you wish to attract good, loyal friends, you can call upon dog energy to help. If you have been betrayed by someone or if you feel mistrusted, call upon this energy to heal you. So maybe there has been some sorrow and some loss here and you're afraid of going through it again. Who wouldn't be? I mean, in as much as the loss of a lover or the loss of a friend, it's different than when they cross, right? So I'm not getting that vibe here necessarily, but the fear of loss is one of the 4 ego wounds, right? There's abuse, neglect, codependence, and the wounds of loss, which nobody gets away without the wounds of loss, right? Who's taught how to grieve well? So it feels like this is a bit of a recharge, and it's not so vigorous. It feels like most of this is on the inside, but it feels like your options are just not clear on the outside of how to proceed. So this vibration, the totem of the dog to walk by your side, right? To sniff things out for you. And to be ethical and honorable and loyal in your relationships moving forward. Let's go to the Magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy and Dear Dandy. Archangel Ariel, my personal archangelic lineage, is going to handle this one, as well as the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. You'll hear it in the prayer as to why. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel, override. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North powers of Earth, hence both the Magical Herb Oracle and the Crystal Oracle. Please, beloved Archangel of Lyons, Archangel of Wealth, Archangel of Nature, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your wise, powerful, loving oracle message to help us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, alchemize the bully, from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, illusion to truth, 4 cups on the inner, 7 cups on the outer, removing obstacles with splendor, maybe with some companionship, this full to new. Don't fade away. Radiate. Oh, ooh, baby, I hear how you spend night times wrapped like candy in a blue neon glow. My first husband was a big Blondie fanatic. It wasn't even an appreciator. Went straight on to fanaticism. I know every song, even from Hunter. Can you imagine? What's this whole world coming to? Things just ain't the same. Every time the hunter gets captured by the game. Yeah, I'm pretty much an 80s and 90s reference machine. Card number 32. Oh, turmeric. Oh, big thing. Turmeric in the healing community. Just gonna read the oracle meaning. They got recipes in here for spells and stuff. While a conflict is indicated, okay, and probably within, there is a chance to step up and overcome challenges. The truth is about to come out, and you need to make sure you are on the right side of it. There is some loyalty in that companionship part of that for sure. Keeping a positive attitude during any setback or delay is also incredibly important at this moment. I think that's where the Splendor is to help you recharge. There seem to be opposing views or goals, and careful, though strong negotiation will need to be undertaken. Maybe that's part of the companionship thing here, to navigate a way forward. An improvement in health and happiness is shown. Be careful not to give in to the pressures that could cause additional stress, because there are better times and greater opportunities on the way. I feel like this is very key, to remove the obstacles of an inflamed nervous system, right? We get overstressed, fear, lead, whatever you want to call it, to really release them. It's so, just let go. Well, how, right? A billion ways to do it, is there are billions of people on the planet, highly individualized curriculum for each and every one of us. Nobody does it exactly the same. There aren't two nervous systems alike on the planet at any given time. So turmeric, that's interesting. That's new. This is the newest deck in the Drawing the Circle Productions divinatory staff here. So I kind of like it, to radiate, right? I'll have that song stuck in my head all day and I don't mind. So let's ask Ariel for the Mineral Kingdom, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated, good opportunity to carry it with you for the 2-week period. Maybe do the mantra, I don't know, have some turmeric in your coffee. People do weird shit now, why not? I'm surprised that's not an option at Starbucks. It will be. So let's ask her, because this deck is amazing, but it's really more about the oracle. And remember, clear quartz does everything. Grab a piece of jewelry, whatever. Please take a nice deep breath. Just a little reminder rock. Still point. Is my beloved Archangel Ariel one more time, please. One card in clarity for us Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. What is, again, your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle message using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno for that element of earth, maybe to ground this, right? But it's really more important, your oracle message, to help us alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, bully in the eighth, 4 of Cups, sorrow in the inner, 7 of Cups on the outer, splendor, companionship, and radiating this full to new. Oh, Amazonite. Oh, Amazonite. Amazonite. I learned it, Amazonite, way back in the 80s. It might be the wrong pronunciation, but I don't think it is. Themyscira now. I actually have a chunk of it right here, so if you want to see it, this will be good. See, I'll walk around with this in my pocket for 2 weeks. You know I will. Because if you got it, flaunt it? I don't know. Show them how to strut your stuff. Amazonite, let me read it. This one is definitely a goddess stone. It's often called the artist stone. I remember that. Somebody else got this one. I don't remember who. Peace, serenity, spiritual connection, that could be the companion thing there, balance, perception, and creativity. It's a lot. Your current confusion, 7 of Cups, and frustration are a result of the emotional instability which has caused you to see things from an imbalanced perspective. The bully will do that. You could be bullied about a bill, right? You could be bullied about anything. That's the alchemy, right? This has all come about because you have allowed yourself to become physically, emotionally, and mentally drained, recharging with splendor, removing the obstacles. Beautiful healing energies that radiate from this Amazonite crystal will help restore your balance, peace, and clarity. Let go of all concerns. Trust! Exclamation point. He's really big on trust with an exclamation point in this book. All you desire will soon manifest. This is the necessary maintenance to get ready for that. That makes sense. This is a good time to switch off and get away from it all for a while. Spending time in nature will help. The more you let go of a desired outcome, the clearer things will seem, and the faster you will get what you want. Sounds like a shadow read to me. Why? Because lead is an insulator. Energy can't move through it. Hence, it's a dampener, right? Gold is a conductor. That's why our cell phones are so expensive, because they are a very high conductor of electricity and energy and blah, blah, blah. So there is a recharging thing here. This is more restful and radiant, but absolutely I'm going to recommend get out in nature. I mean, I don't get out as much as I would like to. I'm a beach boy big time. I'm a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising, right where the water meets the beach, that sunlight right along there, that's me. That is where I belong. So I get that Amazonite. And just because there's so many words there, peace, serenity, I think peace is probably what you're going for here, because that's what a bully needs, right? So let's just say peace for now, but you know, the creativity that comes out of this, you're not that far away from manifesting what you want. So let's get our last card down and bring it all together. Matt Kahn healing mantra. So grab a piece of Amazonite, really. Anything will work, right? And just know that anytime those fears start bullying you, or maybe someone else is bullying you, maybe someone who was a companion or is a companion, then this kind of makes sense that the mantra is going to help you stay in alignment no matter what anybody else does. Please take a nice deep breath. Not that there's a big sin not being in alignment 24/7, 365. Who does that? Please take a nice deep breath. It's not the Olympics, folks. Still point. Ascended Master Override. As I call upon the ascended masters of the General Assembly, please, beloved ones, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Leo Collective, us Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading to help us alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love, this full to new with Bully in the 8th, 4 cups on the inner, 7 of cups on the outer, Splendor, companionship, radiating peace and serenity with the Amazonite, this full to new. Growing beyond guilt. It couldn't have happened any other way. That's a big one in Matt Kahn's book. The universe always has a plan. 10 golden rules for letting go, which I highly recommend. The book is really good. Growing beyond guilt, and that's the thing. That could be the guilt, your own, who ain't got it, right? That's lead. Well, the opposite of guilt is innocence. So there's your lead to gold spectrum. But it is a journey at the same time here to look back. And, you know, when I first learned that by Matt Kahn, I'm like, yeah, but you don't know that. It doesn't matter. You work that mantra, you do see, you look back sometimes and you go, oh, I wouldn't have gotten here unless that crazy happened, right? Or unless I made that mistake, or that person did this or that. It's a long way towards forgiveness, but it's a start, right? Growing beyond guilt. I mean, what else are you going to do if the person that you're holding in guilt or did you dirty isn't alive anymore, right? I mean, you can spend a lot of money on mediums, or, you know, you could do this. Couldn't happen any other way. When you grow beyond guilt, there is a heartfelt acceptance that any sequence of events unfolds in a perfect flow that is organized and expressed by the universe. It's like I said before, we don't get to choose the options. We get to choose between the options given to us in the game, like a video game, right? Can't all of a sudden sprout wings and fly away if that's not in the program, right? This takes the pressure of control off your shoulders so you can enjoy the way in which life has come to be. Since everything is destined to change you and can only change you for the better, that's the truth. We don't see it while it's happening. That can be what's bullying us big time. Growing beyond guilt enables you to see how exquisitely the gift of life unfolds. Now, is that a 24/7, 365? No. We have to go through and feel what we got to feel to clear those energy fields so we can see what was always there. So it's not like we're going to make it all good. It already is. It's just there's the alchemy, right? Illusion to truth. This mantra is ideal for releasing the past, unhooking from karmic patterns, which means you don't have to keep doing it, and forgiving yourself. I mean, I'm a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, so you know, forgiveness is the miracle. But if they called it A Course in Forgiveness, no one would have bought the book, right? But it does absolutely. Course in Miracles defines a miracle as a shift in consciousness from a thought system based in fear, the ego, and a thought system based in love, the spirit, hi, right? Turning the other cheek, there, which just gave you New Testament. Celebrate. I don't know, you do you. We're going to put this together in a blessimation, a combination of the word blessing and summation, if you didn't catch that, not to insult anybody's intelligence. It's just one of those words we came up with on Patreon a year or so ago. So let's put this together. At the end of the blessimation is essentially the end of the reading. Sometimes some other connections happen before, during, and after that. But hang around for the end. We're going to talk about readings and private sessions and stuff. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time. Ooh, still point. Pantheonic override. And we end as we began, as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For us Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers watching this video drawn to this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need this full moon to alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to the peace, highlighting our tendency to intimidate others and helping ourselves confront the inner fears that bully us as we do the emotional release. Maybe it's sorrow, maybe it's boredom, maybe it's just meh, But that would make sense because there is a cloudy path ahead of us. Not the Moon card, but Seven of Cups. Intuitively, we might be pulled in many different directions of the things we think will make us happy and the things that won't. So help us to remove obstacles with the blessing of Lord Ganesh by taking in the splendor, the beauty of what's around us. Yes, of course the answers are within, but we can align with what's within by finding the beauty without to draw us within, particularly in terms of relationships of companionship. Whether this is about someone turning into a bully in a companionship, relationship, or friendship, let there be loyalty, let there be healing, and may the Leo Collective receive the companionship they need, even if it's companions in spirit, to help us do this alchemy so that we can radiate, shining our light at full capacity for us and through us on our behalf, receiving the abundance that is our birthright for peace and tranquility, and our own creativity to take root in this world, preparing for what it is we really want to happen as we grow beyond guilt, because it couldn't have happened any other way. So may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, our toxic to healthy, this full to new, for our well-being, for a more golden timeline, for a better world, a happier, healthier, wealthier world, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Yay, Underworld Catwalk. Janet Grace Alvarado. Thanks, Janet. Did you like the reading? Please hit the thumbs up. Help other Leos and crosswatchers find it. That's how algorithms work, or something like that. Algorithm, logarithm. I think I might have dated them both. But we don't have them over on Patreon, so I don't really know how that stuff works. It involves math. That's not my gig. I am a witch, not a mathematician. Sorry, not sorry. But remember, all of my patrons on Patreon get the 3 benefits in common: the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount on private sessions that include spiritual counseling, the half-hour of power, as well as readings in person and all of that stuff. Glad to give that to them. Plus, we have a store there now. You can shop. If you don't want to subscribe, you can certainly pick up some of the digital content over there. Just been uploading that for the past couple of days. Really exciting. And again, we have the 2 7-day free trials for Seeker and Hero. I don't think I'm going to open up any of the higher levels than that. I think that's good toe dippy stuff. But you can change your level of subscription at any time on Patreon. But like I said, buyer beware. Every single 7-day trialer stayed on and became subscribers. So kind of loving that. And I love Patreon, and I highly recommend it for Leos in general. Become a creator. You might like it. Creativity and good fortune, 5th house Leo dynamic. So come check it out. Come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. Screw it, just call me Mal. And if you'd like to book me for one of those private readings, you can go to my website. It's all on there if you want to see it in actual literal words. Drawingthecircle.com. Right around here it says store. Click on it. We'll take you to the store. How cool is that? You'll see lots of options there, but 2 in particular, spiritual counseling and reading packages. We'll spell it all out for you. But of course, I made a video booking private sessions with Mal. There's a link in the description box. It's about 11 minutes and explains everything, how to book me, the price structure, all of it. I had to rethink it all. I raised my prices for the first time in 25 years, and it'll probably be another 25 years before I do it again. So yeah, click the link, watch the video, and if you want to book me, you will see how to do that. It explains everything for you, just like Clarissa. I haven't said that in a while. So thank you so much for watching, Leos. Look, we can make it look good no matter what. That is our skill, particularly as Leo risings, I will say. So hang in there. You can do this. There is no gold without lead, if you think about it that way, and we have the opportunity to make some real strong choices for ourselves, and perhaps dealing with some companionships, letting them go, and maybe letting some new ones in. So hang in there. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.